Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different than what I usually do. I'm going to be doing a combo video. So deck I'm going to be showing a combo with today is Dragunities. I think Dragunities is a really cool deck. They can be really explosive. They have a ton of great combo synergy with just dragons in general. They have like some of the best cards now for combos, such as Dragunity Glow. I think that card's insane, and the power it offers to Dragunity is like off the charts. I think this deck is actually better than Dragon Link. Well, I think Dragon Link is more consistent and can like for Dragon Link they only really need like a one level 4 dragon and then like a plus an extender and they get full combo. However, the boards they end on I don't think come close to as strong as Dragunities. Like usually Dragon Link, depending on their hand, it usually just ends on 2 negate plus spears, or they can end on like a third negate if they like open like using like 4 cards that they open like an insane hand. I think that's not bad, but I think Dragoonies can do a lot better, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So when LP got banned, a lot of people stopped using the Goliath Lechery combo because before, like a lot of people did the Goliath Lechery combo and they used like 4 cards. You never really need to use 4 cards for it. You could always do it with 3, and you can still do it with 3 Goliath Lechery, except the board that you end on is gonna be a lot weaker. But still, ending on Goliath Lechery plus spears and like 2 negates, I think is really strong. And you only need 3 cards to do it, and it's a very like generic hand that you can use. All you need is like Ravine Phalanx. You don't even need to open Remus. You just need Ravine Phalanx and then an extender. It can be like anything in your deck, honestly. It can be Mistleton, it can be Legatus, it can be Glow, it can be Divine Lance. Like the amount of freeform in this deck that allows you to end on a really strong board is like insane. Like you can basically do anything. I'll show you only the most basic and like I guess the easiest one, which is just Ravine, Phalanx, and Legatus. So yeah, it'll end on Spheres, Boral Savage Dragon, Areadbhair, and Goliath Lechery, and Twin Triangle Dragon, and a Tum. So as I said, you only need Ravine, Phalanx, and Legatus. It can be Glow or Divine Lance, but I'll explain those another time. I just want to keep this one kind of short and just show you like kind of the basics of Dragunities and how well they can do with just 3 cards. A lot of people assume that you need 4 cards to do Goliath Lechery. You never have. Even when LP was legal, you could do this combo with 3 cards always. So yeah. So you're gonna start with the basics of this combo is just Ravine Phalanx, add ducks, normal summon the ducks to equip the Phalanx, and then special summon the Legatus, make Lewin with the Legatus and Phalanx, and then special summon the flanks back, and then use it to make Gyderg. Then use Gyderg's effect to add and discard Zephyros. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. I think you guys can kind of see on screen. Cause some of the key points here is that we're going to be summoning Leviathan multiple times. The fact that you can get it like summoned it 3 times means you're getting 3 tuners back from the grave each time. It also has really good synergy with Lewin because Lewin under the Tum, you detach the Gyderg so you can leave the Lewin there, and then as soon as the Lewin falls off, because it was overlay material for a Tum, you can just equip to Romulus, and then you bring back Leviathan again, and then you just get a free tuner out of it. Like, that interaction is so strong, and also, we're going to be summoning Gyderg 4 times. That means we're going to be able to get his effect, like, just being able to, like, add and discard Zephyros, and then Baby Rock, and then searching the Lechery and the Remus is, like, it's so insane, because you get just net so much advantage off it, like, it makes the combo actually really good. Another thing that we're using here is we're using Striker Dragon, and to add the Boot Sector, you don't need the Striker Dragon for the effect. Like, you're basically not using Striker Dragon for the effect. You just need a Link monster in your graveyard that Boral Savage can equip so you can get a negate. So yeah, basically this combo, like, I feel like is actually like really strong. You do have to play a lot. Like your extra deck is so tight that you have to use all 15. Like I tried to figure out a way to end on the same board but using like less extra decks. But man, like you just really need extra deck cards in here because like a lot of them are like stepping stones. Like triple burst dragon is not in our deck because we actually need to use this effect. It's just there so we can have the guard dragon arrows with Pitsy and get rid of the Atum and the red eyes because the red eyes and the Atum just there and they just take up space and we just need to get rid of them. Another thing about this deck is the zone placements are really important. You're going to see where specifically it's going to matter, especially when you bring back the Leviathan. The Leviathan always has to go to the farthest left-hand zone if you're starting on the left side of where I am, and this combo only works on the left because of Twin Triangle Dragon. You need to summon him in the middle there and have the zone that's right of him open, so that way he can summon something, so you can summon the Atum and then summon the Goliath. So as we get closer to the end, as you're going to see, you're going to have Spears, and then you're going to have a Areadbhair plus Boral Savage, and then a Tum, and Goliath, and the Twin Triangle Dragon. One of the cool things about this is if you like, I'm not saying you should do this, but if you wanted to, if something happens to Goliath, you can actually use the Spear's Bounce and summon a second Goliath from your deck, so it still locks your opponent out of spells and from the extra deck. I think this is a lot better than the Buster Lock. I see a lot of people using the Buster Lock, but that also uses 3 cards. The reason I like Lechery and Goliath more is not really because of Goliath, it's because of Lechery. The fact that you can lock your opponent out of spell cards is so strong right now, because there are way too many strong spell cards that just out a whole board by itself. Like Dark Ruler, Mystic Mind, Super Poly, like those cards are so strong that I think it's worth running the Lechery and Goliath package more, just because you have to make sure your opponent can't like Dark Ruler you. Because like if you get Dark Ruler, it's like you have no chance of winning the duel, because they're just gonna break your board. You have no cards left in your extra deck, and like your deck, like you're just so far behind in resources that you have like nothing else to do, and you have nothing else to summon. Like even if you somehow manage to make a comeback, like you can't do anything because you have no cards left in your extra deck. So that's why I think Lechery is so strong with Goliath. I think that just locking your opponent out of spells and the extra deck is strong enough, but then we also have 2 negates left. We have Areadbhair, who is not a destruction, but he banishes, so it comes out in some situations where you don't want a monster hitting your opponent's graveyard floating. And also, Borreload Savage will give us 1 negate. So yeah, I do want to do some. I guess I'll do more combos for Dragunities in the future, and like kind of talking about the cards. This is probably one of the hardest combo decks that like in the game. Like DDD was a deck that I played for like a really long time, and that was difficult. But like these combos are way longer, and they're like way more difficult. Because if you make one mistake, your chances of ending on a good board are like really slim. You probably won't get Goliath, and you won't get Lechery if you make a mistake, and you'll probably just end on Spears like 1 or 2 negates. So yeah, I'll probably do another video on this. Also, not doing the floodgates, because I know some people don't like playing a deck full of floodgates. So I'll just do like basic regular Dragunity combos. But I think floodgates, you kind of have to play Lechery and Goliath, because like right now the environment in the game is like the spells are just way too strong. You have to stop your opponent from doing it.